We saw the old veteran Ezekiel Elliott be a respectable fantasy producer for you. 57.4% of his weeks, he was at least a flex play for you. That means he was scoring at least 12 and a half PPR fantasy points. And that was the seventh highest rate among all running backs. Problem is, he has literally no ceiling. 0% top 10 weeks. And yeah, it's clearly Tony Pollard's ceiling, but Zeke was still 10th in carries, 21st in rushing yards. He had 12 total touchdowns, and that's what's saving Zeke right now, is that he is trusted around the goal line to convert, and Dallas was converting red zone at one of the highest levels. We saw Tony Pollard have 12 total touchdowns. Zeke had 12 total touchdowns. Dak Prescott was number one in red zone accuracy. So all of the touchdowns were hiding this lack of efficiency for Ezekiel Elliott. He was 62nd in true yards per carry, 3.7 true yards per carry. He was 55th in yards per touch, 48th in juke rate, 41st in breakaway run rate, and 54th in yards created per touch. These are outside of, heck, even running back 4 numbers. But because he gets volume, you got to draft him as a running back 3. And right now he's going as running back 34 an underdog, and I don't hate it. There's been talks about him returning to Dallas on a restructured contract. And if Tony Pollard suffers any setbacks from that fibula fracture, or if he's hampered in any way, Ezekiel Elliott is looking at floor running back 2 numbers, still no ceiling. I'm not endorsing Ezekiel Elliott as an upside play, but if you need someone at running back 34, like I don't hate that. You're taking dart throws at that spot anyways, and we've seen the Dallas Cowboys use Ezekiel Elliott to a fault, so might as well draft him at running back 34. I don't hate that price point for Zeke, but you also shouldn't expect him to significantly outperform that level. It's still a testament to Zeke getting all of those fantasy points and being a flex play, despite the fact that he was running with the 7th most average defenders in the box. Even with that many defenders, Zeke was getting fantasy points. So I think he's a fair price point at running back 34 on underdog. I think there are higher upside options, but there are also players that we know who will be 0 is more likely than Ezekiel Elliott. It depends on what you need when you're at that spot at running back 34.